So it is Sunday night at 9 p.m. I'm about to eat for the last time until Tuesday at about noon. I've decided, because this is causing me so much anxiety, I feel like this is going to be the biggest test of willpower I've ever had in terms of managing my diet. My mind is really struggling to grasp the concept of not having any food tomorrow. I've decided to just document this. Sporadically, I'm just going to pull out this camera and share my thoughts, but I'm very, very nervous about this. I don't know why I'm not trusting what I've learned, but once I conquer this fear, I feel like it will be such a small deal, just as it was. I wasn't this nervous when I did my first 24-hour fast, but I just feel like I've made up my mind I'm going to do this, and no matter how difficult it is, I know I'm going to do it. It's just a matter of, is this something I can incorporate as a part of my routine? If it feels agonizing, then I'm not going to torture myself. If it doesn't feel that much harder than the 24-hour fast, then I will incorporate this. I'm not going to do something that's not sustainable, and I don't want my weeks to feel like a torture session. So, very nervous about this. I know 24 hours from now, I'm really going to be freaking out at the thought of going to bed without having eaten during the day. But, I've made up my mind that I'm going to do this. So, this is my final meal for a day and a half. And I'm not eating some super big meal. I'm not having, 4 Big Macs or anything like that. It's just my normal vegan trifecta meal and a protein shake from Planta. And this is it. Like I said, I've made up my mind that I'm going to do this. So no matter how difficult it is, I'm going to stick it out. I will not eat before Tuesday. But I'm going to do this. So this is going to be a life experience, and I'll see if this is something I can incorporate. So for now, that's it. But I will be checking in periodically, and the final part of this video will be me eating on Tuesday to break my intermittent fast. Well, it's not an intermittent fast because I guess it is still intermittent fasting, but the final portion of this video will be me breaking my fast. So Sunday night, final meal, checking out for now. So it is 8:19 in the morning, first check-in. This is going to be very brief, but just really nervous about this. This feels absolutely insane to be doing, but I'm following the science. I've listened to this book. I feel like I'm going to trust the science, which basically says the body is designed for this. Let me show you the culprit that has me doing this insanity. This book right here, I'm gonna trust in what they said, but I can't get comfortable with the thought of going to bed tonight without having eaten anything. So that's just really, really messing with my head. But I'm gonna do it. I've committed to it. Hella hot water, like I said. I'm gonna do it today, and I'm gonna do it again on Thursday. And if it feels like the most impossible thing I've ever done in my life, then I'll just let it go. I know the first time is going to be the most difficult. What I'm hoping is the second time I do it, it feels like the 24-hour fast, where I'm like, oh, this isn't a big deal at all. And there is the co-star to my show, busting in as always. But that's my morning check-in. I'm going to check in about noon. Like I said, I'm going to document this. Really nervous about this, but I've committed to it, and I'm going to do it. No food today, nothing but water. I'm gonna have about 6 bottles of water, and that's it for today. So I'll check in at noon. So it is 12:15. I just finished my morning meetings. About to go for a walk. Still not really breaking any new ground. I'm used to not eating right now. I think 5 days a week, well, 4 days a week. I have been breaking my fast this month at 12 noon. But still feeling good. Staying busy is helping. And I specifically picked two work days to do this, Monday and Thursday, because I feel like if I tried to do this on a Sunday, I'd be sitting around thinking about food nonstop. So, gonna stay busy, gonna stay active. About to go for about 45-minute walk, and I'll check in at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, 7 p.m. It's kind of where I start to get into that breaking new ground section where even my 24-hour fasts, I never have broken a fast later than 7. Um, So, that's where the real mental challenge begins. And, going to sleep without having eaten today is going to be a real weird experience. But, doing good so far. 12 noon, so far, so good. So, it is 6 p.m. As promised, checking in. Now we're starting to get into the upper boundaries of what I'm used to. I'm very used to breaking in a 24-hour fast right about now. I usually will finish dinner the night before. If I don't lift, I'm very strict about finishing dinner by 8, but I usually lift about 7, 7:30. So on days where I lift, I usually will eat dinner sometime between 8:30 and 9. Um, I'm very accustomed to breaking my fast at 6 p.m. and then I'll have dinner at 7:30 if I don't lift, and if I do, like I said, 8:30 the night of the day of a fast. So now it's starting to creep into my mind. I've been busy, been working all day, um, and so that's kept my mind distracted. I'm gonna call it a day from work in probably another 30 minutes or so. So hopefully this doesn't sit on my mind, but only another probably 3 or 4 hours before I call it a night and go to bed. But we're starting to get into unprecedented territory. So I think mentally it's going to start to get more difficult. But surprisingly, I've had no appetite for most of the day. I felt modest hunger probably since about 4:30 off and on, but nothing I'm not used to. So, going to continue to monitor that. But like I said, I know the biggest part of this will be the mental. So, just really honing in on this, and I'm gonna check in right at bedtime. But so far, so good. I'm going to stick to this no matter what. There is zero chance of me breaking this. Like I said, committed to doing this today, Monday and Thursday. If it feels impossible, if it feels like it's torture, I know I won't continue it long term. I know I'll at least have the willpower to stick to this today and Friday or Thursday. Um, so, I'm going to stick this out and see how it feels. And my expectation is that this will be difficult. Hasn't been so far, but now I'm getting into the uncomfortable territory. So we'll see how I feel tonight going to bed. We'll see if this sits on my mind all night and I can't sleep, which I'm scared of. And in the morning, I'm going to get up and run, and I'm going to start my workday without having eaten. And like I said, I expect this to be difficult, but my expectation is Wednesday night, when I call it a night, I won't be feeling so much anxiety over this. So, we're gonna give this 2 full shots and see if this is something that I'll do instead of my 3 24-hour fast. So, 6 p.m. check-in. That's it, I guess, and I'll check in at bedtime. So, it is Monday evening, 9:16 p.m. I'm about to lay it down for the night, getting up early to run. I'm going to do an hour in zone 2, but just checking in. This has been surprisingly easy. I haven't had any real strong hunger urges. I don't know how to describe it. And this is always the luck of the draw with these fasts with me. Sometimes it's like I feel like I could have gone 2 months without eating, and sometimes it's like absolute murder. Um, but I'm about to lay it down, and I'm going to successfully go a calendar day without ingesting any food. I wouldn't expect it to be this easy every time because I know from my 24-hour fasts, I counted, I've done 10 before today. Um, I would say probably four of them were like this, where it was just like I never had an appetite. Probably another four, appetite was floating around a six. And then the final two was very, very difficult. I remember one in particular. I broke my fast at 5:30 because I was just ravaging for food, and I did think that that would happen today, and I thought the mental part would be much tougher. But I don't know. It's 9:20, and I'm about to go to bed, and I feel fine. So I'm feeling like this is something that could be sustainable. Um, and I've gotten over the mental hurdle, so feeling good about it. I'll check in the morning before I get on the treadmill. But yeah, about to go to bed. Have not ingested anything but a gallon of water today. So it is. I don't know if you can see that. 6:23 in the morning. Got up at 6. About to put on my running gear and do an hour on the treadmill. Surprisingly, I slept totally fine. I have not woken up with a huge appetite. It's kind of in and out a little bit in terms of having an appetite, but I did have the expectation that I'd have a very difficult time sleeping. I thought the hunger would be uncontrollable, and I thought if there was going to be a time where my willpower would get weak and I might cave in, it would be overnight because I just imagined I wouldn't be able to sleep and my stomach would be growling and I would be sick of just getting up or being up because of my stomach. That did not happen. I'm surprised at how easy this has been. Very surprised. Maybe it's the training from the 24-hour fast. I mean, like I said, I had done 10 in the first 25 days of the year. And I say 25, really the first 22 days, because Friday was the 22nd. I fasted on the January 1st, and then each week I did 3 fasts. So I did 10, 21, 10 24-hour fasts in 22 days. So maybe it's that. I'm sure it is because the first time I did a 24-hour fast, it was much tougher than this. But I'm pretty stunned. It's been very, very easy. I haven't had any points where I even considered breaking. It's just been on my mind, man, can I go that long without food? But I haven't, I haven't battled hunger really at all. So about to do an hour on the treadmill. Should be done by 7:30 and shower up and be at my desk at 8:30. And I'm gonna break my fast at 12 noon, and that's the last entry I'm gonna make in this vlog. But if my glycogen stores are not completely depleted yet, which the book I read said it's typically 24 hours, they should be at the end of this hour-long run. So I will check in at 12 noon when I break my fast. So, final check in on this vlog. Here is the time, 12 noon on Tuesday. I have not eaten since dinner Sunday night. I'm really glad I documented this. Shout out to my brother Bizzle, who in solidarity decided to do this with me. So my video and said he was going to try. He was actually the first person like really close to me that I talked to on a regular basis that fasted. And I remember him doing some 24-hour fasts last year, and I thought he was insane. Here I am finishing a 40-hour fast. I have not eaten since dinner on Sunday night. Um, has not been any more difficult than my 24-hour fast. Surprisingly, I don't. I should have listened to the book, which got me comfortable with doing a 24-hour fast and just recognizing where it says hunger comes in waves. It does not continuously build. But despite the fact that I've been doing 24-hour fast since August on a regular basis, I still had in my head, well, that may work for a day, but at some point that rule of logic is going to break and my hunger is just going to become uncontrollable. I have not felt any stronger hunger pangs in this 40 hours than I ever felt on a 24-hour fast. So the book has really come through. It is now officially 12:00. So I am about to break my fast. I'm not eating any junk. I have a vegan meal from Trifecta, lentils and squash. I'm having my Nutrimetrics, which is my multivitamin. I drink it. It's much more absorbable than capsule, and just a plant protein shake with almond milk. So no lavish old country buffet. Um, Not that it's lavish, but I'm not gonna pig out. I'm going to resume eating as normal, and I don't really think I have anything else to share. But I'm glad I documented this. I'm gonna watch this back. I'm not gonna document the next one I do, but I'm gonna try this again on Thursday and see how I feel. If the one on Thursday is as pain-free as this one, then I will replace the 3 24-hour fasts a week with 2 40-hour fasts and be on what's known as the 5-2 diet, where 5 days a week I eat normally and 2 days a week I fast. So that was where I got the idea from. As I said in the book, I wanted to completely deplete my glycogen stores. I ran this morning for an hour in zone 2. I was definitely weaker and slower, but I still got 4 miles in. And I mean, it should have been all fat burning this morning. My glycogen stores should be completely depleted, so I should be only burning fat at this point. But talked enough. Happy I did this. And I'll decide on Friday. I'll talk about it on the weigh-in video because I'll be breaking my fast right after I weigh in, since I weigh in at noon now, and deciding then if I will stick with the 3 24-hour fast or if I will move completely to the 5-2 diet. So for now, Fareed Fitness signing off.